What's up, y'all? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to another video. In this episode, I guess we're gonna call it, we're getting off the transfer case of the Evo. Last time we got the front subframe off. Now it's time to move on to the transfer case so I can get off the transmission, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, here we go. All right, so first things first, I think I talked about this at the end of the last video. I'll link it up top if you haven't seen that yet. But this ACD line right here, it goes up and around and then connects up to the top of the transfer case right about there. Behind that banjo bolt, there is a bolt that we have to get to be able to remove this transfer case. So I guess first things first, let's get this ACD line all the way off. It's the last remaining piece, so yeah, let's get it off there. All right, so I've got every extension known to mankind. We're gonna try to get this thing from the top. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not, but let's give this a whirl. So I really don't wanna smash my knuckies on something down there again. This is probably not the best way to go about this, but you know what? We're doing what we gotta do here. Let me get this. Sorry, owie, did I get it? We got her. So 3 extensions later, from the top right here by the intake manifold, it can be done. So yeah, we're leaking some fluid, so please hold. And swing and a miss. I was so close. Look at that. All right, so we got everything cleaned up. Back under the car now. Cause for alarm. Everything I've read, there are 6 bolts that hold the transfer case on. 3 on bottom, 3 on top. So we got 1 right there. We got 1 over here, and then, oh wait, there's not 1 right there. What the world? Everything I see about this car that's like put back together by this other shop that did it, did you have bolts left over, or like what was the deal? But anyway, gotta get those 2 bolts out, I guess, and then work on the 3 on top. But before I loosen up any of those bolts, I'm going to remove this intermediate shaft right here. That connects the transfer case to the transmission. Gotta pull that out. We have a, I'm not sure what size this is, I forget. I think it's an M8 by 1.25. If it's not, I'll put it on the screen somewhere up here to make that right. But yeah, M8 by 1.25 is what I think it is. And then we got a slide hammer kit here. This is Harbor Freight Special. It's about 20 bucks or so, but it should do the job. This little piece right here will connect to the bolt because it threads in right into the end of the shaft there. And when we slide the hammer, it should pull it straight out. But this bolt is a little bit too big, so it doesn't fit into this little fitting right here. So we got the grinding wheel. We're gonna grind this thing down just a little bit on the edges, and it should slide right into here, and then we should have no problem pulling that thing right out. All right, and just like that, about 20 seconds later, we ground it just a little bit there. You can probably see it doesn't take much, not a lot actually. So yeah, it should slide right in here, and doink, there it is. So now we can put this thing in the shaft and pull it straight out. All right, got that thing screwed in there. Ouch. Let's thread this thing onto the little slide hammer. I hope this works as it should. Let's give her a hooker on there. Where are you at? I gotta find the there we go. Now we go. That didn't work out like I should have. Hang on one sec. It's not working, which is weird because I feel like everything I've seen, it says M8 by 1.25, but it only threads like maybe a half a turn, 3/4 a turn maybe into it, and so I cannot get it to work. So I'm gonna run to the hardware store and see what I can find and try to find something that will work. I know it's an M8 because I have my little checker here. It goes right into the M8 slot. I know it's not an M10 because it's way too small for that. So yeah, gotta go to the hardware store and see what I can find that will work with that thing, which is weird. I'm confused. Okay, so that worked. We got the shaft out. I'll explain what this is in a second. Give me 1 second here. This is a M7 by 100, and I don't know why it worked. Literally everything I've ever seen has been M8 by 1.25 for this transaxle thing. I don't know why that worked. I bought a bunch of different M8s at the store. I tested them all there. They're all M8 by 1.25. That's all I've ever seen for this. But they wouldn't fit. They just would not go in. Like, again, the same as the other one, like a half turn and just stop. But this one threaded in and it pulled it out. So I don't know why that worked. I still don't trust this. I would still buy the M8 if you're doing this, because that's all I've ever seen. So try the M8. If it doesn't work, you could always try the M7 by 100, and it seemed to work for me, so I don't know. Okay, so I don't want to call the shop out, but they're in Ohio. They don't normally work on Evos, I guess. I don't know, but I'm a little bit annoyed, a little bit happy that I'm going through the car as much as I am and finding this kind of stuff, but there's another bolt missing on top of the transfer case. Let me try to show you here. From what I can tell, there were supposed to be 3 right up here. I'm not going to be able to show you this, I don't think. But there, let me try it. Nope, my light fell. Let's try it this way. Yeah, so let's see what I can show you here. Down in there, there's one, and then there's supposed to be one on the other side of it. There is not. I can't show you the threading, but I can see the threads. So yeah, that wasn't very helpful to show you that, but there is a bolt missing. There's 2 missing on this transfer case. So out of the 6, there's 4 holding it on. I find that crazy. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, is that me? Like, am I the asshole, or is that like actually lazy, shoddy work? I feel like that's not what happens, but I don't know. The more I've dug in this car and the more I've found, like, I keep finding shit like that, and it just really bothers me. But anyway, we're here now, we're fixing it, we're taking care of it. It'll be good to go. So next up, let's loosen up the bolts that are on it and get it off the car. You know, I feel like what they lacked in bolts, they just made up for in torque. They're just like, you know what, we're missing like 5 bolts. Let's torque this bitch down where we can't even get it off the car again. It'll stay in place, it's fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Bottom 2 are loose. Let's go to the top. I guess on the bright side, I don't have as many bolts to take off, you know. I'm actually probably going to have to go down and do this from the bottom. I don't see me getting a tool in there to do this with the intake manifold and all that stuff on. And I'm not quite ready to remove that yet. So, yeah, I'm going to go from the bottom and try that. Okay, so I know I didn't show that, but I used this little extension and my little breaker bar with an adapter, and then it came right off. So you got to use this extension to get to that top bolt. You just can't do it from the top unless you have off the intake manifold, then I'm sure you can, but from the bottom, got to use an extension. Now we're working on the other bolt that's facing this way, I do believe, and so that should be the last bolt. Well, shouldn't be, but it is, you know, the whole missing bolt thing. Okay, so I've been tinkering here with it a little bit. I've moved some hoses and whatnot for the thermostat, water, all that kind of stuff. So we got those out of the way, but I still can't get to the bolt down there. It's like right under this plate right here, so I can't get to it just yet. So since we are taking off the transmission anyway, I'm going to go ahead and remove these clutch cables. We've got 2 cotter pins and they should just come right off. So we'll get those out of the way, we'll get this rusty ass plate out of the way, and then we should have direct access to that bolt hiding right there. You can probably see it in the corner of the screen there. So yeah, off come the clutch cables and then we'll get to this bolt. Alrighty, we got it moved out of the way, and now you can see that bolt right down in there. That's the one we gotta get to, so let's go ahead and take it out. Look at the nuts in there. What in the world? Well, that was easy. Ooh, you know what? This is a prime opportunity to use one of my new tools I just got. I've been doing this whole project, and I've been thinking about buying them the entire time, and now that we're almost, to the end, I guess, I finally got a ratcheting wrench, so that's super handy. It's so simple. I don't gotta keep taking the thing on and off, lining it up. I don't know why I didn't buy these. Alright, now that that bolt is off of there, we should be able to crawl under here and slide this thing right off the transmission here, and we're gonna give this thing a whirl. I'm gonna put you on a different tripod, and here we go. Okay, hopefully you can see this. I don't really have a good place to put the camera and or to get an angle on it, but right now, I am taking off the bolt on top. I'll just talk through it, I guess. Okay, top bolt off. We'll do the 2 bottom bolts. Hopefully you can see that. 4 out of 6 bolts are off the car. Let me try to see what I can do here. Everything seems to be free. It just hit me what the problem is. Brain fart. This bolt here that I just took out with all this stuff in it, with all the cables and all that stuff, that one doesn't mount the transfer case to the transmission. That one mounts the transmission to the motor. So I gotta have it off anyway, but that one doesn't do what I thought it did. The one that I have to get off now is the one that we had to remove the line from, the hard line. If you can remember way back at the beginning of the video, this bolt right here that was hidden behind the line, this one up here, gotta get that one out. Then we should be good to go to pop this thing out. So yeah, let's do that. Yes, sirree. Haha, see, that's the long one we needed. All right, so yeah, I'm probably gonna get in the way of this shot, but we'll at least have it coming out of the car. So let's hope this goes better than last time. Aha, we're moving. We're getting the wiggle. I'm probably blocking this 100%, but you know what? That's all I can do. She's wiggling. Slowly but surely. Oh shit, okay, hold on, there we go. It's a heavy son of a bitch. All right, let me get my, let me get my jack stand for the drive shaft. Okay, let's get under it. I'm gonna get covered in oil, I know I am. Should I use a jack? I don't really know if it's that heavy, but I also don't want to get my face covered in oil from right there. Okay. Just trying to wiggle it off of the transmission here. Oh, come on. Oh, there comes the oil. Come on, baby. I should have taken the drive shaft off first, honestly. But I thought I could do this without taking it off. There we go. We're off, I think. Yes, we are. Ha-ha! All right, out it comes. Out I come. Not good, not good. Okay, there we go. It was suctioned in there. It's actually not that heavy. It was suctioned on there, I guess, and yeah, boom, there we go. Transfer case is off. Sorry if that was like a cluster of like trying to see what was going on. I'm pretty sure I blocked that whole shot with my body, but couldn't help it. I had to get it out of there, and I didn't have a good spot to put the camera and all that stuff so you guys could see. So the car's not high enough for that really, being on this tripod and stuff like that. So yeah, had to do what I had to do, but we got it out of there now. So now the next step is to sell all the ACD stuff, the pump, the transfer case, I'm hoping the lines, all that stuff, and find a non-ACD transfer case to put back on the car, and we'll be good to go. So yeah, I'm gonna drag this thing out from under the car, take a look at it, see what's going on, and yeah, go from there. I'm sitting here sliding out from under the car, and I'm actually super surprised. I mean, yes, I drained it, but like I just thought there would be a lot more residuals in there, and so I just pictured oil going all over me, but it did not. We actually got a little bit of drippage from the ACD line, that red fluid, but yeah, aside from that, no leaks. Okay, so now that all that is off the car and on the ground, I'm gonna move on to, I think I can trace out these ACD wires, the plugs and all that stuff. Since all the ACD stuff is not on the car anymore, I should be able to remove these wires from the harness. So I'm gonna do it. Actually, I'm not gonna make you guys sit there and watch all that. I'm gonna do some more research and figure out where this harness goes, because right now I have no idea, honestly. I traced it back in there. I know it goes into the engine bay, into the bigger harness cluster there, so I wanna see if I can get that all the way off the car. I don't wanna just cut the ends off, because then all the wiring's still in there. And also, I feel like the person that buys the ACD stuff, it'd be nice to hand them a harness and stuff to go with it, if I can even get it off that way. I'm not sure. So yeah, do some more research, see where that gets us, and I'm gonna end this one off here. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it very much. As always, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the process, the progress. If you have any questions, drop those down there as well. I'll glad to help much as I can, chat, whatever. I am not a mechanic by any means, but we're getting there. So next up is the transmission. We'll get that off the car, and then we are moving right along. So I'll see you next time. Bye.